Mr. Designer. I want to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the academic year 2020 for the summer camp of Missouri Military Academy. I want to thank you for coming, gentlemen. It's been an interesting 4 weeks with you. And I hope that you got a lot out of this camp. And I do appreciate you being here. The fact that we have to go through the COVID-19 protocols requires a little extra measure on all of our parts, but I think it's worth it because many of us live in multi-generational homes. I want to start by thanking some of our people that made this happen. Don't turn around and look at them, but the folks that are videoing this, the IT department, Mr. Wilkins and Mr. Kulas, do their magic in a seamless way. Behind them is Ms. Carla Wiesner, our administrative assistant, who really is the brains behind the operation, if it were truly known. And then our faculty, I want to recognize them and ask them to stand if they would. Ms. Cynthia Kemp taught Algebra 1, and she is strong with the math. Ms. Jessica Miller taught Algebra 2 and Geometry, I believe, and you are much appreciated. Thank you so much. Mr. Lieutenant Commander Phil Silverman did Biology 1, and was a great asset as well. Miss Sarah Stott taught English 2 for several of our students. And then Rachel Wallace taught ELA, Science, and Mathematics to our core camp, and was my co-teacher. I taught grammar and computer science. So I want to thank you. We had a great, I think, a great time. We did a lot of activities, and we're going to see a presentation in just a little bit of some of the things that you all did. The mud run last week was interesting. As several of you didn't want to do it, and then at the end you had your faces painted. It was a good time. We went paintballing, the pool, horseback riding, just a lot of things that we had an opportunity to do and to show off our facilities. Lots of movies. Movies, yes. Movies for a lot of movies. So I want to take this time to give some awards, and then I want to distribute the certificates to everyone. Some of the things that I enjoy the most are giving out awards for the people that really show their stuff and give their very best. And to that end, I'm going to invite Mr. Dalil Belko and Bruno Pasani. Both of them are students. Bruno has graduated with the rank of major from the Missouri Military Academy. They're going to come up here and briefly explain their role in the Academy, and then they are going to make some awards for leadership. Gentlemen?
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Dalil Belko, and here's Major Bruno Pasani. And our mission for this summer camp was to bring the MMA experience of our 3-year experiences here in this summer camp. He's gonna show you and tell you a little bit about what we did.
Hello, my name is Bruno Pasani. I just graduated from Missouri Military Academy. I was the Delta Company Commander here in Missouri Military Academy. And basically, in these 4 weeks, we tried to basically summarize these 3 years that we had of experience here in MMA. So basically, we tried to summarize in 4 topics: duty, perseverance, honor, and this week, character. Duty. We had to learn about marching, make everything perfect, look straight forward, be respectful, know to say yes ma'am, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am. So, and also learn how to make our beds, make the rooms look organized and clean. The second week was perseverance, challenge our brains, challenge our bodies. And the third week was about honor, trust, integrity, do the right thing when no one's watching. And character, basically summarizing everything that we learned during these 3 weeks and see the change that in the beginning we asked you guys, how would you define yourself? And we told you guys to write in a piece of paper. And now, how would you find yourself after these 4 weeks? Different, better, stronger, or the same? But that's with you. So basically, that was our job, trying to make a difference in your life. Thank you very much.
So these gentlemen are going to present 2 awards, and Bruno will give the first award. This year's winner for the core middle school leadership award goes to Mr. Melson. Mr. Melson, please come forward. Because we are doing the COVID protocols, we won't be shaking hands, but we will give due respect and credit. We will return these certificates with your folders when you're done.
Good job, Nelson.
Thank you. And thank you to Bruno and Mr. Belko. You guys did an amazing job and continue to do that as well. This year's High School Leadership Award goes to Mr. Jack Shepard. Mr. Shepard. You know, one of the things that I'm always impressed with in a summer camp, and I've done this probably for 12 years now, is how well most of you adapt to being thrown into a group of people that have never seen one another. And that's a difficult situation, and I don't want to minimize that that's a real part of this camp experience. And for most of you, you handled that well. It's a difficult challenge to negotiate. And so I very much appreciate your hard work in that regard. For our most improved this year, I've asked a couple of faculty members would make comments, and it looks like most improved to middle school is one of my comments. Is most improved to the middle school core camp is Ryan Stafford. And if you'll make your way over there, I'm going to make a couple of comments just in affirmation of what I saw and why you're getting this award. We went through a lot of conversations about these awards, but the thing that I really appreciate about Ryan, one day we were out on a walk, and I saw a cadet kind of misbehaving a little bit, and I asked him to do something where you run around the group. And Mr. Stafford came and said, "Hey, can I do that? Can I run around the group?" I thought, most people would consider that punishment, but you really like that. So he ran around the group, literally for 3 miles. So he probably ran a total of 6 miles, 7 miles, just kind of having fun. But I saw him apply that same attitude and same approach to his efforts. He has a lot of words, I'll say that, but he also has a lot of enthusiasm, and for that reason, he gets this most improved this year. Thank you. For the high school, this year's most improved is Braden Andrews, and I've asked a faculty member to stand and give a bit of an affirmation. Miss Miller, if you can speak loudly, I think we can probably pick you up.
Perfect. Yes, so Cadet Andrews, I was honored to teach him not one, but for both of my classes in Algebra 2 as well as geometry. And I just saw him and his behavior and his attitude just change the moment that he started getting rank that Belko and Pasani offered to our summer academy. And not only did I see him have rank and stand his authority outside of the classroom, but definitely inside of the classroom as well. His work was always completed on time. He always asked questions and made sure that he was accurate. And he did such an amazing job and an outstanding job in both of my classes.
Great. So most improved, Braden Andrews. Come on up, Braden. Now, we also have awards for the highest academic achievement. And these have been carefully protected from prying eyes because everybody wants to know who the winners are. This year's middle school Kemp winner for the highest academic achievement is Evan Golodoja. As Evan makes his way up here, I'll just tell you something that's maybe troubling to some. Evan apparently steals souls as a ginger. I don't know. That's the rumor in the barracks. But I noticed Evan really is a cheerful young man, but he also works hard. And that's a good combination, and I think that's a winner, what a winner does. So, Evan, congratulations. So as I said, we'll put these certificates into your packets and we'll return your packets after the ceremony so they don't get lost. For the high school, highest academic achievement, probably not a surprise to those who are in this class. Benjamin Sood performed his distinction. And I've asked his math teacher so that she would just give a brief affirmation about Benjamin's performance.
The Summer Academy Algebra 1 enrichment class included simplifying expressions, solving equations, functions and relations, graphing lines, writing equations of lines, systems of equations, including 3 equations with 3 unknowns, linear regression, word problems, and polynomials and factoring. He excelled in all those areas. He's most definitely a model student. I was pleased with the fact that he always gives his best effort. Also, he was always willing to go above and beyond what was required for class. He spent a lot of his spare time completing online algebra assignments and always wanted to correct whatever he missed so that he could learn whatever he messed up on. Being stood out in the crowd when it comes to doing what is right as well, when it would have been easy to do what is wrong, and I can appreciate that. I would like to congratulate Bing and wish him the best in his future endeavors.
At this time, I'm going to ask Ms. Rachel Wallace if she would come up. We're going to award the certificates for completion. I'm not sure of the final number. It looks like 27. And she's going to read them, and I will present. If you'll just make your way the shortest distance, and I'll present your certificates.
Braden Andrews. Jaden Baker. Alex Bruno Elijah Bell. Samuel Bennett. Espinoza. Elijah Harkless. Sean Hoffman. Palmer Jones. Gabriel Kaiser. Evan Kondachny. Everett Martin. Charles Nelson. Max Musoff. Frederick Nichols. Trey Rudolph. Jack Shepard. Ryan Stafford. Zachary Sturgeon. Benjamin Sue. Jack Vinson. Trevor Wallen.
Thank you, Ms. Wallace. We have a slideshow. I don't know if we have the ability to turn down the lights. The marketing department, all the days that they were in your classrooms with cameras and out on the field shooting video, compile that into a video that I think you'll find interesting. Go ahead, play.
Hi, I'm Cindy Kemp, and I taught Enrichment Algebra 1 and Recovery Algebra 1.
I am Jessica Miller, and I am a math instructor for Summer Academy 2020. The courses that I taught this summer were Algebra 2 as well as Geometry.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Phil Silverman, and I've had the pleasure for this last block of instruction to be your son's biology teacher.
Hi, my name is Sarah Stott, and during Summer Academy, I had the opportunity to teach English 1 and 2.
Hi, my name is Keith Morgan. I'm the one of the instructors in the Summer Academy. And my special focus was on English grammar and on computer science and coding.
I'm Miss Rachel Wallace. I teach Summer Academy Core. During that, I teach reading, earth science, and math.
And we covered a lot of topics, including simplifying expressions and solving equations, solving inequalities, graphing, lines, writing equations of lines, and even word problems. The classes went very quickly because we covered so many topics and we had so many hours that we had to put in during the day. I believe it turned out pretty well for the most part.
So in Algebra 2, we started off the semester reviewing Algebra 1 concepts, moving into functions, quadratics, talked about polynomials, parent functions, and transforming them on a coordinate plane. In geometry, we started off with basics of geometry, moved into triangles, talked about lines cut by transversals, quadrilaterals, polygons, and so that's it. And so I think overall, this summer has been the best summer that I could have asked for.
So when I first did geometry, I did not do well because I didn't really understand it, but the notebooks and her actually teaching just made it a lot simpler, and it made me focus on it more, and I did well, so it was nice.
We've covered a lot of different subjects. We've talked a little biochemistry, talking about all kinds of interesting things, and plants and bugs, and we've even done a few dissections, which I know the students very much enjoyed. One of the things that I always try to do whenever I'm teaching a class like this is, while there is the academic portion of it, we also like to make sure that we're tying in what the student sees in class and making sure that there's a real world connection. So that way it's not just an academic subject, but it's something that will hopefully stay with them for a longer period of time.
Some of the things that we did included, we wrote a bunch. We wrote poetry, we wrote short stories, speeches, as well as poetry. So the speeches put the boys out of their comfort zone a lot, but I think it was really good for them. So I got to see them kind of come out of their shells. You know, the first couple days they were all very, very quiet and didn't want to say anything. And then by the end of it, they all had a lot of thoughts to add and a lot of discussion to add and things like that. So it was really a good experience, I think, for everyone.
In the computer science, we used the code.org curriculum. And the code.org curriculum consisted of learning how animations behave, knowing how to put an object, a sprite, on a canvas, which is the space that the computer sees. My experience here at the Academy, I've taught here for 17 years. I really enjoy working with young men.
The main thing I enjoyed about this class was probably the coding and Major Morgan's stories. And overall, it was just a really fun experience. I learned how to code a lot more than I used to be able to know, and I think it's gonna help.
They were exposed to a lot of the great facilities that we have. They're at the rifle range today, pools, equestrian, obstacle course, so many things for a young boy to enjoy, and I just hope they had a great time. So one of the most fun activities that we had was going down to Merrimack Learning Ranch for a day. We did a mud run in the morning where I really got to know several of the boys, and then in the afternoon we went to have a lake with a dock where they swing off and fall in the water, and a floating area which I frequented myself. But I got a lot of time to get to know some of our boys. In fact, over half of this group of 15 boys will be returning in the fall. So they have enrolled. Their parents are generally enthusiastic about them coming here. But getting to spend that one-on-one time and kind of know the contours of how they learn and their character was really helpful for me for the future, for teaching them where they're at.
being able to teach young boys about the world around us is extremely rewarding. Being able to take them outside and have them do labs it's very encouraging for the future ahead, seeing these kids relate well to STEM science.
I took Miss Wallace's class. In her class we did like ELA and some science. My favorite was the science. We learned about the base stuff, like kilo is like 1,000 and temperature is Kelvin, time is seconds, weight is grams. So we learned what the scientific community uses as a universal measuring system.
That was amazing. That's great. Hey, listen, when you go back and all your friends ask you, what did you do during the summer? Well, all your buddies were drinking Code Red and eating Hot Pockets in the basement. You guys are out working hard and staying busy. I'm proud of you guys, and I really mean that. So thanks for your work. Thanks to Mr. Belko and Mr. Pasani. Great job. Thank you to our faculty. You guys are amazing. Thank you to Ms. Wiesner and our IT department. You guys did a great job. And thank you to you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are the stars. You guys did a great job. I'm not just saying that. It's not easy. Everybody here worked hard. Everybody was doing their task. Just want to say, for those who are here with us, we've got a little bit more to go. As I've said before, don't quit running until you cross the finish line. Finish strong, give it your best shot. For those of you who may be watching, this is going to be posted online for your family and friends to watch. Get it back home and show this to your friends. Show them what you did. If you're watching online and you're wondering how do I get involved in Missouri Military Academy, go to www.missouriMilitaryAcademy.org and you can learn more about our academy and the work that we do here. I just want to say thanks one more time for you guys coming. I know this was maybe not your first choice in a lot of cases, but I think you all acquitted yourselves very well, and so I'm proud of you. You guys kept in the mental game while your friends may have not been doing so much. I've just got, okay, I think that's it. I just made some notes for myself, and I think we are done. I will keep these. We'll put your certificates into your packets, and we'll distribute those. And so that's that. The ceremony concluded, and so I want to thank you for being here.